Hi students, welcome to the Understanding the Fieldwork Assignment Theory to Observation video. This video is a short video to help you understand how to complete the fieldwork assignment, also called Theory to Observation. First of all, everything we're going to be going over is in the Major Assignments folder. If you look on your left toolbar, you'll see Major Assignments. Click there and you'll be taken to a list of all the major assignments in the course. You'll want to click on Theory to Practice Observation, Fieldwork. This is what it looks like inside that folder. You'll see the instructions and the rubric at the top. This video will go through the set of instructions and the rubric very briefly. First of all, if we open the instructions up, we see that the assignment is worth 25% of your grade, and it's due on December 13th. It may not be revised or turned in late. It's one of the few assignments in the course that you can't revise or turn in late due to when it's due. There's just not enough time for me to grade it and turn it around and allow you to revise it. For your fieldwork, you're to choose a classroom that's in your area of certification and observe in that class or classrooms for a minimum of 6 hours. This may not be a classroom that you are a teacher in or even a teacher's assistant because you can't observe and teach at the same time. Try to get this within your area of certification. So if you're adolescent math, choose a middle school or high school math classroom to go into. If you're English, try to get an English or a middle school or high school English to go into. Mercy likes to see a diversity of fieldwork experiences. This means that you shouldn't always observe in the same school. You should try to get outside the school. If you are teaching now in a rural school, you might try to see an urban school, or vice versa. If you're teaching in a high needs district, you might try to go somewhere that's not a high needs district. The purpose for this is that the state would like you to have different types of experiences so that you can go in many different areas and know a little bit about what to expect. It's important to note that this must be a unique observation for this class. If it is discovered you have used the same observation to write 2 or more fieldwork papers, or if you have duplicated portions of your paper, your fieldwork may receive a 0 or you may be asked to redo it. Please note there is a permission to observe form in the folder that you may print out and give to a teacher or administrator. It's signed by the Dean of Education, and it basically says this is a valid assignment. You do not need to return it. So you're going to go into the classroom and observe the children and observe the students and the teachers. You are not to interfere. You may interview the teacher to help you with your report, but basically you're going to take fieldworks and then relate your observations about instruction to at least 3 of the following learning or motivational theories that we'll be exploring in class. And you see the theories listed there: Piaget's theory of cognitive development, Vygotsky's theory of cognitive development, Erickson's stages of psychosocial development, Kohlberg's stages of moral reasoning, Skinner's theory of operant conditioning, Eccles' expectancy theory of motivation, attribution theory of motivation or goal theory, and Dweck's theory of mastery learners versus performance learners. You can't choose another theory without getting it approved. And remember that even though we're going to discuss them in this class, constructivism and direct instruction are not theories. They are teaching approaches based on theories. So if it's not listed here, don't use it unless you get prior approval. We haven't covered most of these theories yet, and so this is why I say to students, you may arrange for the observation now, but don't go in and actually start to observe until about the end of October or beginning of November, once we've covered the theories. You're going to go back and write a 4 to 6 double-spaced paper with citations and references. Include a running header and everything that we've learned about in terms of formatting a professional paper. The outline is as follows. Describe the context. When did you observe? How many hours did you observe? What school, grade level, teacher, etc. Write about the activities that you observed in the observation. This description should be clear enough and should go on for probably about a page or so, and it should allow the reader to form a clear picture of what was happening in the lesson. Too little description results in confusion about what was happening. Too much description means that you're focusing too much on the lesson and not enough about the theories. The bulk of your lesson should come as a description of theories. You should describe each of the 3 theories completely that you're going to work with. So if you choose Skinner's theory of operant conditioning, you'll have a few paragraphs describing that theory that you can cite the textbook from. Another part is how the theories relate to what you observed in the lesson. So you must relate, after you describe the theory, the lesson and what the teacher did that related to that theory. So for example, if you saw the teacher using reinforcements, you could relate that to Skinner's operant conditioning theory. Be specific about what actions the teacher took that were tied to that and make that connection to that theory clear. You're going to include a reflection, which is different than a conclusion. A reflection is a description of what you learned in this assignment. You might consider what you learned, what surprised you, what misconceptions you had that you cleared up, what you took away that you could use in your own classroom, and more. You're going to submit your assignment to Blackboard and complete your fieldwork form at chalk and wire. This is part of your grade. If you are confused about chalk and wire, or if you don't know quite what to do, I've placed contact information for our chalk and wire coordinator, Harriet Liu. Email Harriet at hliu@mercy.edu with any questions you might have about chalk and wire. She's pretty good at getting back and helping students. Here's how your assignment will be graded. You can see the rubric in the file that contains the instructions. Look at the end for the rubric. The context, specific classroom activities, 3 learning theories are described, activities are related to the theories. You'll also be graded on whether you reflect on your learning, whether you have correct writing conventions and APA format, and whether your paper has been uploaded to Blackboard and the fieldwork form has been completed on chalk and wire. That's it. Any questions, please feel free to email me at nhalrunner@mercy.edu. Thanks, everybody.